Greetings and welcome to the 1/6 Scale Man proudly presents another episode of You Know What It Is, man. This is Say What Wednesday. I'm your host, Leo Rockwell. For the 1/6 Scale Man YouTube channel, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification so you're always up to date as to what we got going on over here. Now, you can see I am not in a display area. I don't have my figures behind me. I don't have this display shelves up. As a matter of fact, I am broadcasting from my upstairs office at my new home because, again, there's a lot to put together. There's a lot to do. What I like about this is that I have an upstairs office, which means I get to grant more display room for the collection downstairs. So when I do a display, the proper display collection tour, it's going to look extremely exquisite. It's going to look extremely nice. Now, me and Press X were having a debate behind, right? Our debate was, do you? Now, granted, my old location, I had all the shipper boxes and the art boxes, right? But I was running out of space. Part of me getting this new location is because I have more space to put my boxes off. The basement's fully carpeted. I have more space to put my boxes in a different area, and I don't have to worry about anything after that. Now, the reason why I keep the art boxes and the shippers is because if I have to sell the figures, if I have to get these figures up, then at least somebody is getting the art box, the original art box that came in, all the accessories, the shipper, and it's shipped to them nice and neat and packaged exactly the way it should be. Now, that was my argument. But then X says, go ahead, tell them what you said.
What did I say exactly? What did I say? I'm like, oh yeah, did I say, was it the part where I said, well, I don't want the box unless it's going to tickle my balls. I don't really want it.
That's not what you said. That's not what he said. That's not what he said. He said something else. You said, or you can just tell them that you're shipping out the accessories.
Yeah.
And the figure.
You're shipping them the figure as advertised, which is the figure, the accessories, and no box. And they'll get exactly what you promised them, which is the figure, the accessories, and no box.
Exactamundo.
Where are you, Unc? I can't see you, man.
God, is that you?
I'm where I'm always at.
You're not on camera though.
What's going on?
Yeah, it is.
I just see a blank screen. I thought
blank
it was
screen. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. There we go.
There you go. There you go. Now we see you. First,
Yeah,
it did sound like God for a second, man. You was giving more.
No, man, I've been fighting off this. I don't know what's going around, man, but it's just a cough. I don't have no fever. It's just coughing, man, and the whole family got it. And I've been trying to fight it off for like 2 weeks, dude. I got my voice all messed up. So
allergies?
No, I don't have allergies. It's my grandson brought it home and then he gave it to everybody else, and it's like something in the back of your throat, and it just makes you cough. Like then it'll go away, then it'll come back. So, I've been fighting that for like a couple of weeks now. Other than that,
I hope you get better, bro. Straight up, man.
Yeah. No, I feel all right. It's just this damn cough.
Yeah, bro.
Other than that, yeah.
You know what?
It sounded like to me is somebody is just making up excuses of why to keep them boxes. That's what it sounds like to me.
Bro, I don't want to, because I have to be mindful that there are customers out there, bro, that if I have to send out the figure, if I'm selling the figure, bro, they want it packaged the right way. I mean, I don't want to, like I said, I am sitting at 100% on Mercari. I am sitting at 100% on eBay. I have not had an unhappy customer yet. So, and that's because it's packaged well, man. And I have an appreciation, like I was explaining to X, I have an appreciation for those who create those art boxes. Come on, man. It's a lot of art that goes into that, bro.
You'll get no argument from the skill of those artists and the people who make those art boxes. I'm not going to argue that fact, but it's just to get to a point at some time is that you just have to make room and just get rid of stuff. And I'm not saying figures. I'm just talking about packaging.
Boxes.
At least the shippers.
But if the shippers, if the boxes are inside of the shipper, okay, I get it. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I happen to love, as a fellow artist, I happen to love.
Okay.
Mark Lee, will you please tell these Negroes, bro, something? Am I the only one?
Man, I don't want to hear nothing from Mark.
What's up? What's up? What's up, family?
What's going on with you, bro?
Man, it's been a long one, but I'm here. So yeah. What's up, X?
Hey, living the dream, listening to this man talk about his boxes.
Yeah.
Pause.
doing a lot of half stepping inside.
Listen, Mark,
Yeah.
I explained to him, bro, like, again, I keep the shippers, I keep the art box because I have an appreciation for it. But then also, again, if I have to sell something and I have to send them off, I don't like it just, half-ass the packaging, bro. And it defeats the purpose of me having to do majority of the work.
Well, yeah, I agree with that, but I'm not trying to humble brag, but I have a decent sized collection. Those boxes, man, they pile up.
Yeah.
They pile up. I have a small storage unit for these boxes in this house. It's
Really?
crazy. Yeah, yeah. I have a whole designated area where I can walk in. The way I used to do it, I used to take all the accessories out and kind of put them in trays and keep them labeled and all that.
Yeah.
Shit like that. But now I just leave them in the box to save space because taking them out created a whole other inventory space. You know what I mean? So
This is true. This is true.
But I
This
feel
is
you
true.
because the retail value is lower somewhat if you don't have the box. So
That's what I'm saying, bro.
You say art box, and I say fire hazard.
Yeah, but it depends on
fire hazard's a fire hazard.
Right. That's correct.
I mean, you know what? Listen,
You have the space
yes
to display these boxes, so I cannot wait. I, for one, cannot wait to see this box display of yours.
Well, I'm not going to show you the box display. I'm just
No,
going to show you the figures.
No. You're very proud of these boxes.
Because, bro, I was proud of the artists.
Well,
man, that's the new spot. You're in a new spot.
See,
Yeah, I mean, that's why I don't have anything. I'm in the office space right now. Like, if you see, like, this is my office desk here. I got to put this up here. I have my big screen right here. This is the office space. Downstairs is going to be, and here's the thing: is in the office space, I'm actually put up some displays behind me up here. You know what I mean? Just to have some here, because this is probably where I'll be streaming from, which would then designate more space downstairs for the collection tool. You know what I mean? I can have the proper man cave without sharing a man cave. You feel me? You know what I mean? So to be the proper, because it's just more space.
Man,
You get it?
we throw that word around, but is there a real man cave? I get interrupted every 5 minutes. I had to put a do not disturb sign on my door right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's. I mean,
unless you're living alone, that's the only way you'll get a man space.
That's it.
aha! That whole space is a man's space.
that's what I'm saying. Like your whole space would then be. I mean, so.
But for me, it's not. I'm not selling anything, and I think you guys are like, it's like I might sell something, or I might do this, or I might do that. I'm at the point where I'm not selling anything, so I can get rid of the box. I don't. It's not even a question of that. I'm not selling anything.
Yeah,
Well, how about this? In the comments, let us know, because we're doing, I guess there's going to be a Gin Urso giveaway at some point in time in the future.
Oh man.
Would you take that Gin Urso? Would you?
Nope. When you start talking that language, you get muted, bro. Stop.
You know, that's never gonna happen. Never.
Would you say
Never,
that?
never, never,
That
never.
was cold. You didn't even know what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I did. Yes, I did.
You never let me be me.
As soon as you start talking Jen Urso, yeah, no. You get canceled over that, bro.
Everybody's
Right.
coming for that Jen Urso.
Chat,
Bro.
box or no box. Go.
Do you know, Mark, she was the first figure that I boxed. Literally.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, boxed her nice and neat.
padding, extra padding.
Next padding, everything, bro.
All right.
Figure means a lot to me, man. It really means a lot to me. It doesn't mean a lot to everybody else, but you know what? I bet you on any amount of money, just me talking about it and sharing my experiences, the price of that figure has gone up a lot because people are searching for it. I'll bet you.
Oh, yeah.
Charlie Unicorn, no. It'll never happen. Anyway, thank you guys for being here, man. Uncle Keith, man. I hope you get better, bro.
Yeah, no, I feel okay. It's just this damn cough, man. That's
How
all.
long you had it?
Like a couple of weeks.
Damn.
Yeah, it goes and it comes, and then it's just like damn, what's going on? Then I take something for it, goes away, then it comes back, and it moves from side to side. It moves from over here, then it moves to this side, then it moves from this side to this side. I don't know what's going on, man. I might have to go to the doctor.
Get you some antibiotics, bro.
Yeah.
Man, get you something. Get you something to clear
Yeah.
that all up, bro. Or get you some tussin.
Yeah, well, I've been taking the Tussin and the miracle, what's the name? NyQuil. That's been doing okay,
It's been
You know
working
what
out
fix
for you.
this?
Yeah,
You should get yourself a nice box.
yeah. Nice box.
Fixes everything.
Like I said, only two. Well, I'm gonna retract my statement. The only two boxes I do have are the Batman 1966 Batman and Robin box. That's the only two I kept.
The art in those boxes is pretty great.
Yeah, the art is good. Plus, they're practical if you want to use them for the propelling up the side of the building and opening the door and have a figure sticking out. If you want to do that. But other than that, man, it's just that stuff's got to go. Got to go.
I'm never getting rid of these art boxes, bro. Unless I have to get rid of them. Just letting you know, unless I have to. Because here's the thing. Here's my logic, bro. If I had to, I just, bro, there's too many boxes for me to throw away at this point. I'm already in the deep end, bro. Too late. It's
I
too
suggest
late.
fire and lots of it.
Nah.
I just don't know why people just don't have appreciation for art boxes, bro.
I have appreciation for the art. I appreciate it, and then I let it go.
I don't know, man. Okay, I'm in the middle with it. So you can get to the point where you have too many boxes, right? But as having thrown away the art boxes, man, that is so hard, man. You get them flattened down. You start looking at them.
Mhm.
You look at the figure. You look at the
Mhm.
box.
Mhm.
It's like I can't separate these two.
Mhm.
So
Uh-huh. Yeah, bro.
it's a deep thing, man. That's a spiritual commitment.
Hey, if you've got the space, keep your boxes. If you find that you have no space for figures and boxes, maybe reconsider. Like if you find you're like, these boxes, I have no place to put them, that right there would be a problem. But if you have plenty of space to put the boxes and they're stored and they're clean and they won't get water damage, they're not a fire hazard, they're not in the way and you don't have to constantly move them to get to other things. If that's the case and you're perfectly fine with it, then keep those boxes. Build a clubhouse, build a spaceship, build a cave, whatever you want with those boxes. Yeah. But if you find that, I have to move stuff to get to stuff and I can't see my stuff because of the boxes, I don't know.
Well, see, that's how it was at the old place because, again, it was a shared space in the basement. We don't have that problem here. You know what I mean? It's different. The basement is mine. All mine. I mean, all mine. You know what I mean? I can do as I please. It's mine. It's fully carpeted, and it's mine. All mine. X. You get it? And there's a separate room for boxes.
Yeah.
All those boxes I was telling you about, all those boxes I'm going to take a picture of tonight and show you. There's a room for that.
All right, I want to see this room.
Okay, I'll show you.
Wait a minute. So you have a whole room dedicated. Do you have a room for the collection and then an entire different room for the
boxes
on
yeah.
display?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the way the house is, there's the basement. The basement it's the big basement, but then it has 2 rooms, 2 doors to 2 rooms. The one room leads into like the washer and dryer and whatever, the water pump and all that. The other room is a vacant room that was at like a downstairs, sort of like a guest room. It looked like a guest room, put it that way. But it's now like a storage area. So I can put everything here. It's enough for the boxes that I have, if I stack them the right way, and my tool chest and all that is in there. And then I have my basement dedicated to just, because the thing is, the outside has a granny flat. So there's a flat on the outside that I had to kind of compromise and say, oh, that looks nice, but I can't touch it. You get what I'm saying? So.
I mean, I don't get rid of all my boxes. I keep the DX boxes.
Here it comes.
You see
Here
that?
we go. Here we
You
go.
see that? You see that?
What?
You see that shit?
Yeah.
Like the DX boxes, I'm like, ooh, this is a nice box.
Yeah.
But the other boxes, I'm like, all right. You mentioned Star Wars boxes earlier, and the Star Wars boxes all look the same. But the
They look
DX
the
Star
same,
Wars
bro.
boxes, the DX for like the battle damage Vader, I'm like, oh no, you're staying. You know, my DX box for my Darth Vader, Sith Apprentice, Anakin Skywalker, that stays.
That mall box is it.
Yeah. No. So if the box is, is pretty great, and for the DX, it just feels special. The DX feels special. I wish every unboxing felt special, but the Star Wars, they're kind of cutting corners, or consistency is a thing. But the DX on the other hand, some of those, that's an experience, and those boxes I do keep.
Yeah. So you do keep boxes.
I never said I didn't.
You kind of teetered on.
I kept my Dewback box, and that thing's massive.
That's a big ass box, bro.
Yes, it is.
That box is big, and the box,
my speeder bike box, I kept that for my Scout Trooper because I just think it would be easier and safer to transport it in that box, just because it's pretty delicate. So for the larger pieces, I keep the boxes.
Yeah.
I pick and choose.
And so you should. And so you should. Anyway, before we jump into tonight's festivities, gotta say what's up, of course, in the places where we get these, at least where I get my figures from. And you should too, starting off with my man Ray over there at Underground Figures. It's Underground Ray, always coming through with the goodness. No NRD, shipping and handling is definitely reasonable. Sign up for that newsletter so you are always up to date as to when your figures will arrive or new figures being revealed. Create yourself an account because you never know when it might be free shipping or a discount code on the figure choice. Hit him up, he got you. Also, we want to give a shout out to my man. You already know who it is. Ray over there at Hawkwards Toys. It's Hawkwards Ray. Nice little care package, comic book stickers, figures, the works, proud sponsor of everything that we got going on over there at the Figure Flex Friday Facebook group. And on top of that, you're proud sponsor for NR Collectibles, or you're proud one-stop shop for NR Collectible Figures. Hit him up, he'll take care of you. Brian Wong over there at Maju Case, Maju Spades. If you're looking for an incredible display option, look no further. I have the mono, but you get a display option of your choice. Hit him up, and he'll definitely take care of you as always. And last but not least, got to give a shout out to Tina Cruz, El Deluvio, over there on Facebook and Instagram, especially if you're looking to take your figure experience from here to there. El Deluvio, Tina Cruz, got your back as always. You definitely want to hit her up when you can, and always get the best of everything that you need. I want to talk about a few things here really quick here, man. Of course, does anybody else on the panel, they order that Michael Jackson, man? Did y'all get that? Did you order the Michael Jackson from NR, Mark?
Yeah, the Moonwalker.
The Moonwalker, yeah.
Yeah, I got that.
So, what's your thoughts on because a lot of people were complaining about the wrists on what they saw. So what after seeing like the I think it was like the revealing video, the production, video, and what were your thoughts on it?
So I think obviously the quality is in-art quality, right?
Yeah.
That was no surprise. So from that aspect, yeah, I think for the money, because if I remember correctly, the first Michael Jackson release was a bit higher price point, if I remember correctly,
Uh-huh.
than the Moonwalker. So quality wise, I think it looks good. The only the only thing that I thought of when seeing that is how minimum the accessories are. And
Who's dropping boxes or something? What's going on?
yeah, what is that?
Where at?
Something's going on. All right.
Nah, you'll probably hear the desk.
Oh, okay. Is somebody moving boxes in the background?
Nah, it's the desk. It's the
All
stupid
right,
desk.
all right.
Yeah.
It's the boxes from the art room trying to get out.
Yeah, trying to get out.
But yeah, I think it looks great. But again, what struck me is, I'm looking at all the accessories that came with him. Like he's got the hat, he's got the jukebox, and as far as the wardrobe itself, I guess he really didn't change anything else. So maybe I'm coming up with things to be critical about. I'd say overall it's a pretty good release. I have no regrets about getting it. So
Yeah, because I know there were people that were sort of upset with I guess, the wrists on the figure. I think the head sculpt looks perfect. Like, oops, my bag! I dropped these keys. That head sculpt is perfect. And from what we're seeing so far, like with the mic, the way they have it displayed, of course, the background, their presentation is always on point. And then, of course, we do have well, see, here we go. So when we look at it, this part right here, and I guess because now, did we get any? I don't think we got any of the seamless. We didn't get any seamless wrists at all, did we? Like we didn't get any type of forearm seamless or anything like that. Is that correct?
yeah, that's
I
it
mean,
right there.
what's weird? What's weird about the hands and what they did? Instead of giving you a little arm on it, like down here, I mean, they cut it up almost like 3/4 of the way up the palm. That's what makes it look so bad.
Yeah,
It doesn't look good.
Yeah. That jukebox looks dope, though, bro.
They should at least put a little arm on it so it'll tuck under the sleeve, so you wouldn't see the wrist peg.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, he does have some very specific hand gestures in order to get those very specific, unless you decided to do them as seamless, which I think would have put this figure really over the top.
Okay.
If you'd actually had done that, I think that would have just been, just cherry on top. But
I get it.
Yeah, to get
a
little
silicone connection to that hand, and so it would bend a little bit, so you could move it the way you wanted to move it. But at least have a little arm down into the suit, the suit sleeve or something like that. But
I mean, how noticeable is it though?
I don't know.
I mean, they didn't really. I mean, I saw a couple of close-up pictures. Bro, look at that skull. Look at that head sculpt.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Well, they did a good job on that.
Incredible.
Like that's him, and the jukebox looks amazing, bro. Plug it in. That's nice.
Now, does it play music?
I'm not sure.
Now that would have been, just play Smooth Criminal. That would have been great. That would have been a little nice little added little feature there. But okay.
I mean, the lean. I mean, yeah.
That's him right there.
That's definitely him all day.
It's like the one
Well-
time you would want your in-art figure to lean like this.
Yeah, don't fall over.
Like, definitely don't fall over. Definitely don't fall over. But no, it looks good. I think that some people just had complaints about the hands. Somebody said S-Beam said the visible wrist pegs is pretty bad.
Okay.
So I guess it basically has like the visible wrist pegs once the sleeve hikes up, like if you'll see it, which I'm wondering, if they could have got away with just giving us, I mean, if you want to flex, you can actually give us the different, modes of Mike in his hands if you give us like seamless, wrists that you can pop in and just have the different gestures and stuff like that. They could do that or do something like that. But I guess also it just depends on how you kind of play around with the jacket and the shirt just to make sure that it hides those wrists. You know what I mean? Like that could be something, but I don't know. I mean, Mark, you'll get it, and I can't wait to see what you're gonna do with it. You know what I mean? Like, would you get it through?
I got it through. I may have got it through Kit, if I remember right.
Oh, you got it through Kit?
Yeah, I got it through Kit. Yeah.
Okay. It's really noticeable if the sleeves ride up. The problem is if you pose the figure in dynamic ways, which a dancer like Mike should be, you'll see the disproportional hands related to the wrist pegs. And see, that's what I think a lot of people were complaining about with just those wrists, so.
You mean like Toy Story disproportionate? Like big ass hands and little.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
That's what we get.
I'm trying to find the pictures because if anybody has the pictures, if they can send it to me, Renz, you already know. If they can send it to me, then I'll show, because that's pretty much what it's like. So I want to see. You know what I mean? Like what, and just to kind of post. But I did see one where the wrists did look real small, bro. Like if we were talking about the Mickey Mouse hands with the Spider-Man at that one point, like this, yeah. Remember Popeye, the movie? When his hand blew up out of the water and it was huge, bro. Yeah. I guess that's where it kind of gets delicate. So I don't know.
And see that this is the frustrating thing about collecting. They concentrate, everything else looks great. How do you miss a detail like that?
Yeah.
And it's in art. I mean,
yeah.
I have just about everything they've released, save for Gandalf. And Gandalf's the only one I don't have. Amazing. How do you? I don't get it. I don't understand. How do you miss that detail? Like S-Beam said, he's dynamic. Michael's got all kind of movement, articulation. I'm thinking as a photographer, if I want to do his signature,
Yeah.
that was my impression right there.
Yeah.
Is it if it's exposed, then the illusion's gone.
They said Justin had a great video unboxing. Y'all want to watch Justin's unboxing? If that gives us detail, you know what I mean? Let me see if I can find Justin's, because if it because I want to look and it would at least give me. I want to see if there are complaints. You know, what I mean?
Justin's okay when he's doing reviews. He's all right.
I want to see pretty much. Let me see here. I think Timothy Dixon actually also sent me some stuff as well. Let me see here. Thanks, bro. I appreciate you. Let me go in here and look real quick. Let me see. I think Brand sent some stuff to. Oh, okay. Okay. So, all right, Mark, check this out. See, yeah,
That
bro.
looks bad, man. That looks awful.
Yeah, bro. That.
Wow.
Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? You're gonna catch these hands, is what you're gonna do. Oh god.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that looks really bad.
Oh yeah, that's real Woody Toy Story right there. That's wow.
Yeah, like that.
No, and of course, you know that when you put him in a pose or something, the jack is going to pull away from the arm, like you do in real life. You lean over or you stretch, or the cloth is going to pull back. So I don't know
Yeah.
what they were thinking, man.
Wow.
Yeah, it just. I don't know. I don't know.
And I don't think people are being unrealistic when they're seeing this and questioning it, because in art they've set their own standards.
No, that's legitimate.
They've set the standards of what to expect from in
That's a
art.
legitimate complaint
You
right
know.
there. That looks bad, man.
Like, they set the expectations, and then seeing this is like, you're not living up to your own potential.
Yeah.
Like, we've seen you do better. We've seen you, with your very first figure,
No.
you did better when it came to the wrists and whatnot. So don't cut corners if you can help it. Don't cut corners. Just don't do it.
This is Zord, and you see that wrist right there, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
And Zor's a hell of a photographer.
you can even see the wrist there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, bro. Like, come on, man. I mean, the posing is dope. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta pull that shirt down, bro.
Yeah, you gotta pull that sleeve up.
Oh, come on, Inart, man. Come on, bro. Oh,
Yeah, they tripped at the finish line with this one. I mean, it's still a fantastic piece. It's just sadly the details make this, and this is one of those details that it's a glaring. It's no small thing. I'll just say that it just really does take away from the realism of the piece.
It stands out because that's how he expressed himself with his hands. If this was like, even if it was like Prince, I don't think it would be as noticeable, because Prince is either playing his guitar or he's whatever. Michael's got his hands or everything.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna not get it because of this, but I'll have to use all kind of smoke and mirrors to cover them broomstick hands.
Yeah,
what we doing?
Bro. Curve them hands, man.
Maybe the jacket can be, adjusted so that it covers, because again, you're right. He does do a lot of hands gestures, and in order to give you that range of motion, maybe that's the reason why they did it the way they did it, to give you, just as many options as you could possibly have. And so there may have been a trade-off where you could either get seamless wrists, or you can get all of the options when it comes to his hand gestures.
Yeah. Ah, man, my man Malika Mabay, man. What's up with you, bro? Thank you for being here. Chris says, come on, man. Yeah, I mean,
it doesn't break it for me. I mean, I'm still excited for it. I'm still very excited for it. I think overall the presentation's incredible, but like Press said, they just tripped over the finish line. It could have been perfect.
Yeah, there was definitely the potential for it to be what it needed to be. And I think it is still good, don't get me wrong, but you shouldn't have to kind of hide things with that. You know what I mean?
What was it? I have the first release. The design on that, was it similar, or was it a magnet magnetized.
I didn't see. The thing is, I don't have the first verse. I didn't have the original, or even their other release. Like I don't have it, so I can't really, for anybody who has that one. I mean, that wasn't talked about when it came to like,
Yeah.
The wrists or anything like that. Like there were no, like nobody was saying anything from that space. You know what I mean? So, I mean.
I mean, still, if that's the only, like, if this is the most glaring criticism of this figure, then it's still done a pretty damn good job.
They've done a good job.
Yes,
for sure.
Yes,
for sure. I'm still excited.
Yeah, they've definitely done a good job, bro. You know what I mean? Let me put some back down. Yeah, they definitely done a good job, bro. If that's the only thing that we're here to talk about is just that wrist, because the tailoring on the jukebox on that looks incredible as well. That's there. So there's a lot going forward. You know what I mean? As far as the production goes, like it is a good piece. Just those wrists. I don't know. And sorry, y'all. World Box ain't gonna be able to help you with that because they only make the seamless wrist for females, bro. They don't. I mean, yeah, they ain't gonna be able to help you with that. Sorry, I apologize for that. You know what I mean? So we'll see. Yeah. Now, so with this, man, I want to talk about this real quick because again, we got the release. Was it like they did another Phantom release for that Spider-Man this week, which was the No Way Home at the very end. And this was so part of me, the reason why I believe that they re-released this, and people were saying that the body was different. I don't see that. I'm guessing it is, but I don't see it, which is why I didn't go for it because I already have the original. But they're probably doing this re-release because this suit will be seen in the very beginning of the movie. He will be wearing this suit. The last swing, put it that way. But yeah, the final swing. I'm sorry, final swing suit. But yeah, this was an exclusive. And my question is, X, did this really have to be an exclusive, bro?
No. No. I mean, we're on the eve of a new Spider-Man film.
Yeah.
And you could have probably sold twice as many of these figures. Yeah, no one wants to be sitting around with dead stock, but when Spider-Man's hot, Spider-Man's hot. And what's more hot than, Spider-Man on the eve of another Spider-Man film?
Yeah.
Now, people might see this at the beginning of the film and think, oh my God, I need that suit. And then as he gets a better suit or a different suit that, that makes this one look like, old news, then this might sit because they want the new hotness. And this is maybe this will be in the first scene and then you just won't see it after that. And then it'll be a brand new suit, in which case, all right, well, you can get every Spider-Man suit or you can get the one that really, connects, the one that really resonates. So this is their one last shot at being able to get their money out of this particular suit. And they made sure that no Spider-Man was left on the table. There's no dead stock for this Spider-Man. We're going to sell out of this Spider-Man before we sell them another Spider-Man.
Yeah. Mark, did you go after this, bro?
I did not. I couldn't justify it. Just based on the modest improvements. I did see a video or a slide on Instagram. I forget. It may have been MR Collectibles. Someone put it out where they had a side-by-side comparison of the body, the mask. Obviously, the mask is a little bit different, a little more updated. But I couldn't justify, having to be choosy these days with so many things coming out and already committed to other things. I appreciate it. It looks good, but yeah, I didn't pull the trigger on this. No.
Yeah, definitely. Uncle Keith, you already know I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah, you know the answer. So yeah.
I ain't got to say too much.
You ain't got to ask. Nope.
No, I ain't got to say much about this, bro.
No.
It ain't. We already know. That you know ain't this ain't where you at.
Not even close. Not even close.
Not even close, bro.
No.
You know what I mean? So I get it. You know, we on the same page with that. I didn't. I have the original. I mean the original Final Swing suit, so it wasn't something that I need to necessarily get. So you know that was just again finally it is what it is. That was put to rest. Not something that I had to really concern myself with. So for others, hey, if you went for it, you got it. I'm happy for you. Definitely wasn't something that I needed. But for others, it might have been something that they wanted, and hopefully they got it. I do want to talk about this briefly before we get into some other things. Let me see here. Now, this right here came up because officially right now, as we know it, this figure has been officially canceled. Now, and this is basically officially canceled by Hot Toys. There is no more young Ahsoka Tano up with them. Like they completely took it down. Like you're not going to find it anymore. Unless you get it from a lot of these third-party distributors, this figure is gone. It's officially gone. We talked about this briefly before, so we had already had a conversation. Everybody had already talked about it. This you would perceive, and we can say that it was damage control, correct? It was just something that they might have slotted as a miss because of all the pushback on it. And they finally decided to say, hey, we're done. We're going to put this back on we're going to put this up, but not before a few people, such as myself, had a chance to get it. What were your thoughts? A great move or too little, too late? What are your thoughts for this, man?
I mean, from the get-go, it sounds like the right hand didn't know what the left hand was doing. Otherwise, this figure never would have made it into collectors' hands. So if they thought they had the go-ahead and everything was fine, and then after the fact, some of the press that the figure was getting made them pull back, that would be one thing. If they didn't get all of the clearances for this figure to put her head on this body and have people pay good money for it, if they didn't clear that with all the powers that be, that's a horse of a different color.
Yeah.
And clearly they moved ahead with it and then realized, oh, well, some of them are already out the door. What do we do? Well, just everything else, just stop it in its tracks. There are certain things put in motion. Clearly, you have one in your collection. They can't go to your house and sift through all your boxes and, and then snatch it away from you. At this point, they're not going to
SWAT team.
I know, right? Just like coming crashing in through the windows, like go.
Yeah.
But the fact that this whole release seems to be a little sloppy, and I don't know I've heard details about why this was canceled, and it just seems like the right people weren't in the room to make the decisions to move this forward. It's like the decision was made by someone, they put it out, and then after the fact, people were told about it. That's what I'm gathering from this. Otherwise, someone along the way wasn't okay with this figure, or they weren't okay with the press that the figure was getting. Either of those things was the outcome, and either way, you've got the grail on your hands, because some people, they got them in their hands, and sadly for those collectors that really, really wanted them, genuinely wanted this in their collection, sadly they were canceled. And that's unfortunate. And whether we'll ever truly know the reason for this, the reason that it was canceled, I doubt we'll ever 100% know. I mean, you're going to get stories from this corner of the internet and stories from this corner of the internet. There was the story that her parents didn't like it and they were suing Disney. Then there's the thought process, in the community that, well, the collectors raised a stink. Maybe the collectors raising a stink. It wasn't even collectors raising a stink. It was people who, just took umbrage with the figure. Maybe it was the fact that Gizmodo, ran with the story and it ended up on IMDb, and it just, again, it blew up in a way that you wouldn't want a story to blow up. And so damage control, either way, whether you were supposed to release the figure or whether you weren't supposed to release the figure, damage control is what we got here, where they're like, just scrub it from the face of the internet. If you got it, good on you. If you don't, we're terribly sorry. Here's your money back.
Pretty much. Yeah. Mark, do you think, I guess this is my question, do you think that how I want to say this, do you think that this will sort of like, for the future, coming to, going towards the future, do you think that this will hurt some of the new releases? It'll be a more trusted eye, guarded eye on how these things are released, and maybe, going away from, what we, like, for instance, like a young Annie, or, we know the Ahsoka's safe, but any other figures, they're going to probably scale back on giving us younger versions of it because of something like this. Do you think that might hurt it a bit?
I mean, potentially, but if you recall, this isn't even the inaugural controversy regarding something like this. I believe the Harry Potter releases also, although, I mean, obviously the dress was different, but there was some sort of controversy about that just because they were, prepubescent children, right?
Yeah.
Some people felt really weird about having them in their collection, which, there's a couple schools of thought there where you can go down the road of, made up controversies, hit dogs holler, that kind of thing. So it's always been, and I think it always will be, a little controversial whenever we release figures of children, just because, we have some deviants, obviously, throughout society, throughout the globe, that, make us kind of broach that subject. So I think, I think it's kind of here to stay, because I didn't think this was the most provocatively dressed figure I'd ever seen. In my opinion, I think it's kind of a overblown controversy, and while trying to be sensitive to people that are offended by it, I guess I could see their sensibilities with that. But yeah, I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon. I think whenever you have a release, maybe was it the Deadpool Kit Deadpool, whatever. That was the one that didn't have any controversy. Obviously, he's masked up from top to bottom, so he's kind of a caricature anyway, kind of a cartoon anyway. Maybe that's why that didn't happen with him. But yeah, I think once those antennae go up, they're going to stay up. So anything close to this, just going to be a controversy. So whether it's deserves to be or not, it's going to be here. So
it's going to be, I hear you, bro. I definitely hear you. Uncle Keith, what's your thoughts on this, bro?
Well, you know what? I've always thought about, like, what if this had the Clone Wars animated version head on it? What would be said then? Why is it because her head is on here, it's an issue. So obviously, it had to be some type of legal issue, or they felt that they were putting themselves in some kind of legal trouble that they stopped this. So something was not done somewhere. Somebody jumped a gun. Somebody said, "Lad, let's go on and throw our head on here and put this out, see what happens." Because we already have one version of her, so why can't we use the head on another version?
Yeah.
So somebody made a mistake. Like I said, like Mark was saying, you got some deviants and people out there who think bad thoughts. That shouldn't even come into the picture, because that's not what I was thinking. All I was thinking about was that, oh, they just made the one with the tube top version. That's all I was thinking.
Yeah.
For me, it was no big deal. But
Because it wasn't like this came out of nowhere. This was accurate.
No. So it was. I think, like I said, if this had been the animated Clone Wars version, I don't think it would have been a problem at all.
Mhm.
But since like I said, who knows what was going on in the background with her parent? Like I said, X was saying her parents didn't like it. They didn't get permission. We'll probably never know. But all I know is, like, if you got it and you're not gonna be able to ever get it, just turn this into an instant grail piece right now. People are going to be fighting for this thing. People are going to be paying exorbitant prices to get one of these because it was discontinued.
I have a question. I got some questions. Right? And,
Okay.
I'm kind of taking your lead on this one, Uncle Key.
Yeah.
And I want to ask everybody else, because this clearly was a animated version of a teenage character, right?
Yep. But
they used the live action likeness, right?
Mm-hmm.
You posed the question of what would it have been like if she would have been, what would it have been like if it was the animated head sculpt, right?
Yep.
Now, Mark, I'm gonna ask you this question. I'm gonna ask you all y'all these. What mainly, Mark, was I think you have the figure just as well as I do, right?
No, I did not.
No, not this figure. This figure I'm about to talk about.
Okay.
And I need to know the age of this figure on this show. How old was Jinx?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm asking that question because this is almost even more provocative, because it's showing side, everything.
Yeah.
So I need to know, and if anybody out there can basically follow it up, how old was this character? I keep forgetting. How old was she in the show? Because if I'm correct, wasn't she a teenager?
She's a teenager.
Okay.
She is. Yeah.
Yeah, the internet says 17 to 19 years old, but she's 21 in League of Legends. So,
okay.
As opposed to the Ahsoka that we just looked at, which was 14.
Okay.
But,
I just need to know.
But the issue is this is a version of an animated character, not a real person.
Yeah, but the reason why I was asking is because you said, what would it have been like if it had an animated head sculpt? Would it have been, much of the same reaction?
Okay, so like the head sculpt off of the animated Clone Wars version that we got, say you mock that up a little bit and made it a little bit bigger and throw it on that one, would have been a problem? I don't think so.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that would have been the outrage if the head sculpt was stylized on the Ahsoka from the Clone Wars film.
From the Clone Wars cartoon.
Because people wouldn't necessarily make that leap. I mean, I think if anything, it's a testament to how good Hot Toys is with their face sculpts, that this looks just like a real person, in makeup as this character. Yeah. And that's the thing that's triggering, I think, a lot of the people, who are just maybe a little unease, is the fact that it does look so lifelike, and you can point to a very specific actress and go, this is that actress at age 14-ish in this outfit. And all of those factors are what's at play. If you'd made this a stylized face, we wouldn't have heard anything about it, except for how awesome it is. Either you bought it or you didn't.
Yeah.
And
So-
I don't even think the actress even that old. What? She's like in her 20s, isn't she?
She's like 19.
19?
I think she's like 19. She
Okay.
might be.
Okay. All right.
So my question is like, X, did you pre-order this?
No, I did not pre-order this.
Somebody said that they pre-ordered. So were they saying that they've canceled the pre-orders?
They have canceled the pre-orders, yes.
Yeah.
So everybody who had this pre-order, they canceled.
Chewy had it on pre-order, and they canceled Chewy's. Yeah, they canceled everybody's pre-orders.
Okay. Wow.
Canceled the pre-orders. Like, we'll be refunding you, shortly. It's like, all right.
Wow. So I officially have a grill.
Very
Yeah,
much
you
so.
do.
And
You
you
do.
kept the box, which is great.
Yeah.
Keep that box.
It's interesting, man. Interesting. That's definitely interesting.
So this was literally cancel culture.
Yeah. Literally, that's what it was. It was cancel culture because people canceled it based on, well, they probably canceled it more so based on a backlash and people that were talking about it, the way they did it. You know what I mean? So stinkies. I mean,
And who knows what order this happened in? Like, maybe there was backlash, or maybe there were rumblings on the internet, and then it got back to the actress and her family, and then they looked at it and went, hey, wait, we never said you could do this.
that and the third, yeah.
Or you did this, cool, we're not cool with this, take that down right now. Sadly, I don't think we'll ever get to the bottom of it as to what actually played out. But either way, it's someone wasn't happy about this. Either someone's or a set number of people weren't thrilled that this moved forward in some way, shape, or form. Either, hey, I never looked like that, or my daughter never looked like that. How old is this person supposed to be? Or, hey, what are people saying about this figure and our company? Oh, that's what they're saying? Ooh.
Let's take it down.
Let's take it down.
And also, bro, like, Disney, Hot Toys would have had contacted Disney to let them know, or shown them the prototype, or said this is what we're doing, because don't they have to get the approval from them?
One would think. I mean, Sideshow has the license for Star Wars,
Yeah,
and
they share it with Hot Toys,
they share it with
and
So,
there had to have been some type of an approval, bro.
unless they just didn't. Unless they're like, hey, can we make a young Ahsoka figure? Cool. And they made it, and then they went, hey, can we pop this head on this body?
Yeah, that's all it was.
And
That's
sell
how
it?
business
That's all it
works.
was.
Yeah,
You know?
business doesn't go through sensibilities a lot of times. It's just
Yeah.
Yeah,
get it cracking. Yeah.
I mean, we
Yeah.
just saw Hot Toys sell the same Spider-Man slightly better before another Spider-Man is going
Yeah,
to release.
exactly.
yeah. Fiction
So-
characters that 12-inch pieces of plastic can be assigned any age. This controversy was so silly. Yeah. Leo will be on eBay after this.
I'm looking at eBay right now. Somebody trying to sell that figure for $2,500.
Wow.
Damn.
$2,500.
Wow.
Damn. No, they don't play like that with
Crazy,
contracts.
man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. I wondered if they do this version of this Ahsoka season 2, because I did hear they did some reshoots. They did do some reshoots, and apparently they did say that she's going to be in it, but I don't know if they did this version of it. You know what I mean? That's the question. I'm not really sure. Eric Henke, last one sold for $1,500. Woo, Jesus!
See? Look at that. $1,500, man.
I mean, at the end of the day,
love, man.
sadly,
Damn.
at the end of the day, and we've said this before, there's nothing wrong with this figure. There really is nothing
No.
wrong
No.
with this figure.
No, it's crazy.
And that's the real shame of all this, is that there's nothing wrong with this figure. There's nothing wrong with it.
No.
There isn't. The world we live in, that's probably the messed up thing. That's the real travesty.
doubt about
this
that.
figure.
Ain't no doubt
There's
about
really
that.
nothing wrong with this figure. There really isn't.
And I think that's the most frustrating part is that, I said this last time. I feel like they, the perverts won. Like, how else can you cut this any other kind of way than what they have and what they've done has just put so much pressure on,
Yeah.
people to conform and I don't want to be, I don't even want to touch this without just kind of considering it with a balance. Is it provocative? Is it really?
Yeah. It does. Is it? Was there just cause for the outpour of negativity? And who knows what it could have actually been? Maybe Sideshow or Hot Toys, Sideshow having the license for it and owning the license for it, contacted Hot Toys like, nah, bro, that's not it. That's not the move. But then who knows what added pressure came from elsewhere. So that's the hard part. Like that's really the hard part of, really knowing. Yeah, alien year is different than human years, right? That's what I've been saying, bro. Like that was my sentiment there. So I don't know. Anyway, it's officially gone. So, it is what it is. I have mine, so I have nothing to worry about. I have nothing to worry about in that particular space. I want to talk about this, man, because last week, for everybody who was watching Brother Cousin's show, we got into a discussion about the Linda Carter Wonder Woman. That's where I think it started. There was another NR figure that we were talking. No, not NR figure. Jazz Inc. figure that we were talking about. And the Catwoman as well. So it was a Wonder Woman and it was a Catwoman. And it got into like a bit of a heated debate, but it was a healthy debate because that debate really did spawn some questions of a level of responsibility and commitment from us as content creators. What role we actually play. Now, I do want to say this because there is something that I will not be addressing live. And that was a certain someone felt the need to hate watch the show and say some shit because that's what this person does. I don't know why this person just feels the need to do it. Like it becomes almost damn near an infatuation at this point. Like you're really infatuated with me, bro. That's dangerous. That almost makes me afraid, for real, for you to just basically make streamlined content over that. But then you can never reach out to me and have that conversation. So I'll let you live in that space, and you be great in your space. I won't address it. But what I want to talk about here, which we did talk about slightly, but is, as you can see at the very top, which I don't even know why it's up there.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yo, me neither.
It was cool though.
Yeah, it went away. Where'd it go?
It's still there. It's there, but yeah.
There
we go.
Here we go. Are we responsible for how you collect? Content creators, are we responsible? If you can see it up there, are we responsible for how you collect your figures? Right? So, for instance, let me just use something I want to put something up and use it as an example, right? So let's go here, right? So say for instance, am I responsible for you getting this Jinx figure? If I like the figure, am I responsible for you getting it just because I have an appreciation for the figure? I like the show. I wanted to collect the figure. Am I telling you that you should actually get this figure? No, I am expressing my appreciation for the artistry, for the love of the show, for the love of this particular figure. So I'm not telling you that you should do it. Am I telling you that you should get this final swing Spider-Man? No, I'm not. Because again, I already have the figure. I have it in my collection. It's not something that I would get, but I'm not telling you that you can't get it. But am I responsible for how? And are we as content creators, when you're watching the shows, you watch what we do, are we responsible for how you choose to collect? I mean, you're adults. When we're ushering in new collectors and other collectors are coming in and they're watching it, we want to be as honest as possible. When I'm talking about a figure, there's not one figure that I talk about in my collection that I don't have and I'm not keeping. Every figure that I've gotten and I love, I keep in my collection and I love it. I'm not going to be one of these content creators out here telling you that you should buy something and then a week later, once I get it, I sell it. Because I've had that done to me. I really have. And that person was just doing it because for every figure that you collect or they suggest, they get residuals from it. And then that figure ended up being sold. I no longer associate with that person for different reasons. But, and it was not Justin. I'm not talking about Justin. I'm talking about another individual. So again, I've had that done to me. So I would never want to do that to anybody. And if I always tell you, you collect what you want, collect what you like, collect what you love. Because my collection is going to be completely different from what you have in your collection, vice versa. You know what I mean? Not all of our collections are going to look the same. We might have some figures are the same. They're going to be posed different. Some might have figures that I would never get. I might have figures that other people would never get. You feel me? So it just depends. X, what's your thoughts on this, man? Like, what are your thoughts on this whole ecosystem of individuals who, you know, would think that we're responsible for how we tell you to collect figures, and that we're responsible, and that if we give off the wrong impression? What do you think about that, bro?
Well, first and foremost, I want to make sure that I'm never, telling anybody how to collect, because I would hate for everyone's collection to look like mine.
Exactly.
And if we're asking the question, are we responsible for how what other individuals do with their collections? We're just as responsible for that as we are with paying their credit card bills.
Exactly.
Which is the answer is we're not responsible. None of y'all are responsible for paying my credit card bills. None of y'all are responsible for what I do with my money, the figures I buy, the figures I don't buy. I will say, however, that the space that we're in, y'all have been to Comic-Con and conventions and things like that, right? Mm-hmm. Or even like concerts, but Comic-Con, and you're there and you buy like silly things because you feel good. You're in a space that you're surrounded by like-minded individuals, and for whatever reason, that barrier to buying things, it's lowered. Maybe because you're surrounded by it, maybe because you found your people, you feel good. And this is one of those very interesting spaces where I initially started going, watching, people talking about 1/6 scale, because guess what? I couldn't go down the street and talk to somebody about 1/6 scale figures. You just couldn't do it. But in this space, we actually can have these conversations. We can share our enthusiasm either in the chat or here. Like the Skeletor is absolutely incredible, but I'm sad that it uses batteries for eyes. But that's okay. when I'm talking about these figures, I'm sharing my enthusiasm for these figures.
Yeah.
And whether that influences someone or convinces someone to buy it, that's not my intention, because I pay full price for figures that I buy. You know, if I mentioned that I buy a figure from Underground and I was excited about the purchase, I'm excited because Underground, the prices are reasonable, and they're in Rhode Island and I'm in Massachusetts, which is why I get it so damn soon.
Mhm.
You know, so that's my perspective on these figures, and that's my perspective on collecting. I usually try to find the positive in these figure releases, if there is a positive, because I know someone out there, they are gonna, you know, people tend to focus on the negative. People focus on the negative. They really, you know, they'll say we're nitpicking, but really, you know, it's not like we're talking about Marvel Legends or, you know, Black's Hasbro, you know, Star Wars Black Series. We're not talking about $20 or $30 figures. We're talking about $200, $300 figures, if not more. So yes, we're going to be a bit more critical in what goes in these figures, what's being offered, and we're going to compare it to things that came before. But I usually try to skew, you know, positive with my assessments of these. However, the second I get a figure and it falls apart, I'll tell you. The second I buy a figure from a company or retailer and that retailer does me dirty and doesn't fix the issue, I will make no mistake. I will say so. I will say it as loud as I possibly can of X, Y, or Z did me wrong. Whether, you know, that means you should stay away from them, you make your own decisions. But no, I don't think that we in this space are responsible for what other collectors are doing, because whether you have 3 figures or you have 300 figures, that's all on you. It's all on you as to what and how you collecting within your means, or deciding to collect and you're collecting outside of your means. And if you're paying for plastic with plastic, you'll figure it out pretty darn fast. That's a losing proposition. PayPal, you know, pay later is they always come for their money. You know, pay in 4, you're gonna pay in 4, all right. All of those pre-orders, well, eventually you're just spending the amount of money you would if you bought a figure every month, because you've got that many pre-orders lined up. So that's not to try to keep up with the Joneses. I learned that a long time ago with record collecting and pretty much every collecting I've been doing, in that there are certain things I can buy, and there are certain things that I decide either it's space or it's money, or it's just I'm not interested. But I can share in the enthusiasm that y'all have for certain figures. Y'all are talking about Spider-Man figures, and I'm like, yeah, Spider-Man. I could care less about Spider-Man. I really don't care about Spider-Man. But if it's a good-looking figure, I will give it its props. I will give it its flowers. But at the end of the day, you've heard me say many times, if you come to me, it's like, hey, you getting this figure? I'm like, nope. Nope. And that's just the way I collect. And hopefully everyone out there is collecting the way they collect and not the way that some of us collect. But at the same time, we can still share the enthusiasm around collecting, because that's ultimately what we're here for. We're here to appreciate these figures, not to see who has the most toys.
Yes. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. That's just definitely how it is. Uncle Keith, your thoughts on this topic? Because like I said, bro, I don't know if you saw Jay's show last Friday, but
I heard about it. I talked to Jay later on.
It got pretty intense, bro. But it was intense for a different reason amongst the panelists. I understood what Maz was saying. He did make. There was one comparison that kind of just went awry, and it shouldn't have went there. It shouldn't have went there at all. You know, for what it was. But other than that, I kind of understood. I understood what he was saying and how he was trying to come across. But even still, bro, like, I just think that the subject matter got kind of blown out of proportion. And then it just went somewhere where it shouldn't, where we were talking about plastic, but then we just got into the discussion of how we should, you know, how we influence other people and how we should be honest. And I'm like, what time have I never been honest about how I collect and the things I love?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's, you know, well, what are your thoughts, man?
Well, for me, it has been a long journey of collecting things. And I have never, ever been influenced by someone saying, hey, look at that, get this. Oh, this is the new thing. Never in my life have I been like that. I've always run on my own course, my own track. If you want to follow me, that's fine. But I don't fall for all that. I don't go through all that stuff. I never have been like that. When I was in junior high, high school, I wasn't one of those people who was, let's do the cool thing. And now I'm going to do Keith's thing. So when it comes to collecting, I'm not going to try to talk anybody into anything. You want to buy it, you buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Even though Mark's Smurf collection is one of the greatest collections I've ever seen, but I'm not going to go down that road.
Who's Mark's?
Mark's Smurf collection. He's
Because of Smurfs, Mark?
Not this more.
I'm sitting here, I'm like, where are the Smurfs, man? You never told me there were Smurfs.
I mean, you know how you can forget your collection because I was thinking, do I have some damn Smurfs?
He's got like slow version of Papa Smurf. But no, man, listen. I don't poo-poo anybody's collection. You buy what you want, get what you want, do what you want, spend your money the way you want. Like I said, it's certain pieces, Star Wars pieces that I want. I don't have to have all of them. I don't have to have all the all the troopers. I don't have to have 6-7 versions of Han Solo. I got a version of Han Solo. That's all I need is a version of Han Solo. My favorite version of Luke is a Snowspeeder Luke. I got that. It's sitting right there. That's the one I wanted. Now I do have the Mandalorian version too. I got that too because it was cool. But that's the way I collect. Like I said, like I told you, I got totes and totes full of Black Series and Toy Biz and all that kind of stuff in my garage right now. And like I said, I'm trying to figure out how I need to display them. But if you love collecting, and no matter what it is, it could be spoons, it could be plates, it could be salt shakers. If that's what you love to do, you can go and collect it. I got no problem with it, and more power to you. So yeah, and like I said, that Skeletor figure right there, out of all the figures that's coming from that movie, that's the only one I'm going to get is the Skeletor. I can care less about He-Man. I can care less about any other. I just want Skeletor. That's the only one I want because I like Skeletor. So but that's just the way I am, man. I've never tried to sway people, talk people into getting stuff. No, that's not me. It's not me.
Yeah.
Like I said, because I'm pretty sure X has got some great stuff there that I would love to have. I'm pretty sure Mark has some great stuff, and I know you have some great stuff. But it's just I have to limit myself and just say, nope, I love it, I appreciate it, it looks great, but I don't need it at my house right now. So that's just the way I am. Like I said, all the stuff that just came out, I would say all of the last 3 or 4 weeks, all the stuff that came out, it's maybe 3 things that I want out of all that stuff that just came out in the last 3 weeks. That's it. That's all I want. Because like I definitely want Lobo.
Yeah.
I want Lobo. I want Skeletor. And I can't remember the other figure that just came out. It was Star Wars. What was it? I can't remember now. But like I said, it's just you got to know when to fold them sometimes. Just like I said, it's a lot of people who just start collecting, and we all know when you started collecting what happened. It was like I gotta have everything. I gotta have everything. And then you start going like, wait a minute, man, why am I buying all this stuff?
I want it, I got it, but do I need everything?
Need it. Yeah, exactly. Do I need it? Because I'm pretty sure it's figures you're looking at right now, like, why the hell did I get that?
Right. Why did I have that?
Why did I even buy that?
Yeah.
So
I really need it because I don't.
Yeah, when I look at my case, it's no ifs, ands, and buts why I bought it. Because I love it and I wanted it, not because I wanted to be with the crowd. Like I said, I ordered the penguin figure. That was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Even though it's not the perfect penguin figure, it's a penguin figure from 1966, and I know Press got it also.
Oh yeah. I
had to have that.
I have to
Yeah.
fill out. Yeah.
Yeah, of
No.
course.
No.
Did you get the Jazz Inc. Catwoman 66 Catwoman? Did you get that?
I did. I got the basic standard edition.
Yeah, I was really thinking about it, and I hope Mars comes out with one, which I'm pretty sure, and that's what I'm going to wait on that and see what happens. So I don't want to. The price for that was just way out of hand for me.
Yeah,
what it was. Even though I would have loved to have it, it was just a little bit way out of hand. But other than that, man, like I said, we all do what we do, and we all know we have different tastes. We all know that.
Yeah,
we know that.
This is true. This is definitely true.
Speaking of man, what is he doing? He riding up on side the wall at
yeah, we got bro cousins in the building. Jay, what's going on with you, bro?
Driving upside down.
Hey, what's up?
Inverted,
Can y'all hear
Jay.
me? Can y'all hear me?
we're here.
All right, perfect. Yeah,
All right,
I'm
keep
just
your
on the
eyes on the
road.
road.
Yeah, man.
Yes, trying to. I'm on my way to the house now. I should be there in about 20 minutes. Yeah, man, just a long day at work and just trying to get stuff together. But yeah, man, I'm glad to be here with y'all. What we talking about? We talking about this about like He-Man and all that stuff.
Well, no, we talking about what happened last week on the show, of course.
Okay.
I talked to Second Brother today. He called me.
Yeah.
And I didn't know everything that happened after the show. I didn't know some of the comments that were made, bro. I had no idea, bro.
Yeah. I wasn't going to go ahead and tell you and I mean, bro, the thing is with this collecting thing and with this whole, with everything that's going on in the world, I'm going to be upside down a little bit because I'm holding the phone. Yeah. But the thing that's crazy is that people got to understand we have lives. Don't get me wrong. This is a big part of our life. Collecting and being on YouTube and, you know what I'm saying, and listening to the community, it is a big part of our lives. It really is. But also, people got to understand that we are friends. And I think what people saw last week was a real moment between friends. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You go to any cookout, you go to any black cookout, you're going to see people get into it.
Yeah.
The fist fights.
Yep.
And sit back and then play cards after we done.
Right after, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Like it's nothing.
That's just what it is. That's all that it was. So people thinking like, oh my God, I feel bad for Maz. And the sad part of it is, I'll be honest with you. The thing that makes me, it's not about the, people that may not watch the show or that maybe watch this every now and then, or even the people that don't even know it's like that. I can understand them being like, oh my God, why are they doing that to Maz? Da, 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 da. I get that. But for you know what I'm saying? It's like YouTubers or, because Maz told me, Maz said, hey, there's a lot of people. I talked to him afterwards on Saturday.
Yeah.
And Maz was like, hey, Jay, I don't like what's going on. He was like, man, a lot of people are asking me to come on the show, on their shows, and tell my story. Like, it's some big deal. He was like, bro, can we just talk about it, week after, because he's traveling this week. He said, next week, can I just come and can we just talk about it and everything? He said, because he was like, what I said was kind of getting misconstrued.
They clout chasing now, bro.
They clout chasing. And that's the thing that, it's real sad to me. Like, damn, I know Hot Toys hasn't came out with nothing in a couple of weeks. I know it's been kind of slow this past, spring and summer. But damn, now we reaching for shit,
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing that kind of makes me upset. That you got content creators that try to make content off of our content. Or make content off my content. And that's the thing that kind of pisses me off, to be quite honest with you. Now going back where Mars was coming from. I will say, and I was saying in the comments, Mars had a point
Yeah.
because think about it like this, and I had to sit down and really think about it and be real with myself. When we look at, and I hope everybody can hear me.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, so when we look at like Yoast and we look at Jazz Inc., I've been a fan of Jazz Inc. since 2020, and
Yeah.
he did the Falcon Cockpit. When he did that Falcon Cockpit, it made a dream come true. It was something that Hot Toys didn't do, and
Yeah.
I have been a fan of Jazz Inc. ever since that. And
Yeah.
then, Dylan, and then bugging Yoast even before he even knew I was a YouTuber. I had like maybe not even 1,000 subscribers, and I was hitting them up, being like, "When's the Falcon Cockpit coming?" And they were just nice. Him and his wife were just being nice, and at that time they didn't even, they didn't even have WB. You know what I'm saying? So, and they never changed. Yoast never changed. Yoast is still that same guy.
Yeah.
So, when you think about that, and you think about when we see the products and everything like that, a part of me, I guess some people could say that's right. My scrutiny, I still scrutinize, don't get me wrong, I do. But do I hold back a little bit as much as I, is it the same way with them as it is with Hot Toys? Hot Toys is kind of faceless. So Hot Toys, I'm like, boom, boom, boom. With Yoast, honestly, I'll still give them that business. I'm like, hey, I don't know about this. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I think because you do kind of have that personal relationship, the scrutiny could be, maybe I could be better with mine. And I'm talking about from my personal experience. Maybe the scrutiny could be a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But, but even with all that being said, the things that I've seen, the comments that were made, I think a lot of them were rightfully made. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of them were coming from a good place. But then there was some, and we all know those, there's people out there that just want to take a shot at us because they had an imaginary slight years ago, and they want to come at us just because they find the opportunity to. And when they're like that, to me, that discredits their whole argument. That discredits everything they may feel that, oh, we're not scrutinizing Jazz Inc. enough. No, you just want to say some shit any damn way. And you found a chink in the armor, and you attacked. And here's the thing. When all that happened on the show on Thursday, I knew it was going to be like, I broke it. I said a certain YouTuber's going to come out the woodwork, start talking shit. There's going to be other people that's going to be talking shit. And it's just going to be a whole thing. And guess what?
It happened.
It was a whole thing.
The views go up. Our names get out there. And I hope everybody is happy.
Yeah.
And guess what? We still, and it's the last thing I'm going to say. Mars is family no matter what. How many times has Mars said some things or we disagreed with him and everything? That's part of the show. Because honestly, we like a lot. Let me tell you something. I don't review shit that I don't like.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And the thing is, Mars gives us that business. Because Mars doesn't like it, that's cool. That balances out the panel. That's why Mars is on the damn panel. So it ain't no love lost either way. I'm done. That's all I wanted to say.
No,
sorry for being long with it.
No, bro, because it was needed. But this is my thing. You expose yourself when all you're looking for is controversy. Because obviously they didn't watch everything that happened in the show because we brought it all back. And I even told everybody, I said, look, we may disagree, but I love Maz. Maz is still my guy.
Right.
And we brought it all back and we had a conversation. It was just, again, something that was said in that conversation that took it off to the left. And it was like, yo, you didn't have to say that. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, I understood where he was coming from because we do, as content creators, have a responsibility from a certain point of view. That Julie Newmar that Yoast is releasing, I'm not getting it because I still stand on business that it looks out of proportion for me.
Right.
something looks off to me. And that's why I just said, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stray away from that and only stick to what I want. You know what I mean? So if it's not harsh criticism, it's just constructive criticism on what it is I like and what I don't like. But when you're clout chasing and motherfuckers who do that, and especially one individual that we know, you know what I mean? That rhymes with Sister Calm. Yo, you're a clown. You're really a clown to me. And that's the thing. If you want to settle it and you want to really have a discussion, then come on the show and let's do it in public instead of behind the scenes.
And that's the thing. I made the offer. And I know everybody that's watching, they saw the comments between us on it. And guess what? It's good entertainment. It's good entertainment for people out there. But I'm going to be honest with you. I said that in love. My heart is full of love at this point in my life.
Yeah.
For real. And we can go back and forth. And everything that I said to him, you can go and check the facts. It was all factual. Hey, he may say some things to me, and who knows? Some of those things maybe it can have some truth to it. I don't know. I don't care. But the thing of it is, I look at it like this. If you got all that tough talk, you got all that bullshit, you can come, get on, we could do a live stream, and you can say it all to my face. You can say it all to all of us and tell us what we want. And I know they're not gonna, and I know he's not gonna do that.
Not gonna do it.
Never gonna happen. Never.
It'll never happen.
Not gonna do it.
You know what I mean? Don't say shit. And here's the thing. I know that there's somebody out there that's probably watching the show tonight that's going to get it back to him. So I'm going to give you even more ammunition. My point is, we can settle it like men. We can have a discussion. And even if we don't agree, you can walk away knowing that we had that discussion and we can respectfully disagree with each other and bow out and never have it. But until then, you're a bitch to me. And you're acting like a bitch. And I'm just going to say that. You're a little bitch. Because you won't confront me. You'll just say it to other people, or you'll say it behind the scenes. So until we can just have that discussion like men, just let it lay, because you don't want it this way. And that's some real shit. That's real shit. We can settle it like men. You don't really know me personally. I don't know you personally. And that's dangerous. That's dangerous. So just keep it there. Maz is well protected in the community. We consider him family. We'll all have disagreements on figures and certain things that we don't like and this, that, and the third. It doesn't make us any less family. That's how families disagree and we keep it constructive. But my point is, the way I collect and the things that I love is not to influence you to buy it because you're grown. You are grown. I'm not holding your hand telling you to go get some candy and pay for it at the register. No. I collect what I collect. You should collect what you collect. And we should just leave it there. Plain and simple.
I mean, when you break it down and think about how, I honestly sat back and thought about it, and I my house all weekend, so I had nothing but time to just paint and think. And what I thought about, I was like, I am so far away from being that. Well, I wasn't a kid. I was old then, but I remember starting this channel in 2019 and taking my iPhone and showing all the stuff in my little cluttered apartment. And I never thought I would be in a YouTube content influencer beef with another YouTuber and all.
With another YouTuber, bro.
It's through, I'm like, none of us are making, listen, you want to know the truth? If everybody out there watching, YouTube don't pay us shit.
Not a damn dime.
Even the people that are getting millions of views and going viral, they lucky they get $1,500 from that. Okay? They lucky. Okay? We're not making no money from this shit. So I just want to have fun and play
Yeah.
with my dolls. I'll be honest with you. That's all I want. That's it. That's it. That's it. And when you break that down, how ridiculous that is, we spend all this money on these damn dolls, because that's what they are. Now they got rooted hair, the dolls.
Yep.
And then we beefing with other people about the dolls that we're either shilling about a doll, or we're telling people how to spend their money with dolls, or we're selling the dolls. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
When you break it down, it's ridiculous. And I'm not trying to, disrespect the hobby. Don't get me wrong. I'm part of the hobby. I love it. But what I'm saying is, I'm so past. I started collecting because I wanted to have fun. Because it was a creature
fun.
comfort.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was a way for me to decompress from doing music, dealing with the music business, because there was a lot of snakes in the music business, a lot of gangsters,
Still is.
a lot of craziness in the music business. And the collecting was to decompress.
Yeah.
Now it's completely flipped.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I'm like,
where are you safe?
Where am I safe?
Yeah. Yeah.
But like I said, honestly, I'm not gonna go as far. I'm not gonna name call anymore. I'm not.
Yeah.
Not gonna. Not even that dude. I'm not doing it anymore. And the reason why, because life's too short.
It's way too short.
I spoke to a man, and I believe that man is on this panel right now. I called this guy, and I was kind of in a bad, wasn't in a bad mood, but just in a confused. I was a little perplexed by something, and God put this man on my phone, and that was Uncle Keith.
Yeah.
And Uncle Keith told me some of the realest shit I ever heard. He said, I'm happy right now. The sun is shining. Health is good. And Jay, that's all that matters.
Yep.
I was like, sir, that's God talking to me right now.
Yeah.
That's God.
Real. That's real.
And I'm going to tell everybody, that's all that matters. None of this other noise matters.
That's it.
And for that person making all that racket, I'm gonna say it like this. When I said I'm extending you, see it as an olive branch, I mean it. I'm not saying that to be slick. I'm saying it. If you got something you want to say, let's do a live stream, bro.
Come on the
Let's
show.
do a live stream. Let's just
Come on the show.
Let's hash it out finally. You want to do controversy? That's the biggest controversy you'll get, baby. Let's do it.
Yep.
Let's do it. And I mean it with love, bro. Because that's what's in me right now. That's what's in me right now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's for real.
Yeah, exactly. That bro, listen. That's the only way for us to solve this. Because that came out of the woodwork, and it's been months since I even heard from dude. Almost a year. And if he's been talking, I don't know. But my thing is, it's like the only way for you, and if you're holding on to something that I don't know about that I've done to you, then tell me. That's simple. All it takes is for you to say, hey, remember this is my beef. You did this, such and such. And I can say, you know what? Legitimately, I apologize. I'm sorry for it. Let's move on. Not all the dumb shit, bro. But it just won't happen that way because it is what it is. But the bottom line is everybody out there and
everybody there? Anybody there?
Yeah, I hear you.
Am I alone?
No. You're here. You're here.
The rest of us are here too. We're all here. We're all here now. Okay. Everything's situation normal.
We're here.
Okay.
We're here with you.
Situation normal. Okay.
Yeah.
Is Lee else still there? It happened.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, bro. Like the bottom line is like, look, we are influencers. Okay. Yes, we know that. And we know that the things that we talk about, we can't be careless about it because we have to be delicate. It's a delicate space.
On the panel talk. If everything's good.
Can you hear us?
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
Yep.
I can hear me.
We've had you full screen now for a hot minute, so
yeah, we hear you.
Oh my god. Okay, I gotta go in entertainer mode. Well, I'm almost home.
You hear? Can you see us?
Everybody. I mean, damn, I'm on the spot. This is crazy. But yeah, man. I mean, when it just comes to collecting, and I'll throw it back to somebody on the panel because I'm tired of hearing myself talk. But you know, I mean, when it comes to doing all, like I said, when it comes to doing reviews and all that, I know me personally, I'm going to work on not scoring things anymore because I see that a lot of people may feel that, oh, you're scoring stuff, but do you give everything a good score? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but like I said, I don't buy things that I don't like.
Yeah.
There have been a couple of pieces that I cannot recommend, like the Ghostbusters Ecto 1 by Blitzway. I can't recommend that. I couldn't recommend the Terminator arm from Blitzway. And those were two Blitzway products I couldn't recommend.
Yeah.
It was something else. It was a couple other figures, I think, that I had problems with. But outside of that, you know, I pretty much buy what I like. But throwing it back to the panel, I'm not sure if y'all talked about it. X, I'm going to go to you real quick. I mean, how do you feel about it? Are you influenced by influencers? Do you want something more when somebody else likes it? Or you already have it in your mind that you're going to buy it and you're happy with it?
I mean, that's a good question. And I spoke on this a little bit before, but in terms of being influenced, I've influenced myself in that I've talked myself into buying things, but it's never something that comes out of left field. Like if I have a good feeling about something and I say it out loud, I hear myself saying it out loud that, oh yeah, and it makes perfect sense to me. If someone else says it, I can still appreciate their enthusiasm and their joy for the figure without without the FOMO kicking in, without the, oh, they're getting it but I'm not. Because unless they're gonna pay for it for me, unless they're gonna buy it for me, then I have to go, oh, they're getting it but I'm not. Do I have the $300 or $400 to get this? And if the answer is no, then the answer is no. Or if the question becomes, do I actually even want this? And you have to separate that from, the good feelings and the enthusiasm that other people have for certain figures. And you're excited for them. You're excited to have the conversation. At the end of the day, it's coming home for them. It's not coming home for me. So if anything, I think I've talked myself into buying figures more so than anyone else has ever talked me into buying a figure, just because when you vocalize it, when you say it out loud, you're like, yeah, it makes perfect sense to me. But then again, this is me, and my enthusiasm for a figure. So the Skeletor, for instance, the Skeletor looks absolutely amazing. And I'm bummed that it has, the button, the battery for the eyes. I'm going to have to mod that, of course. But otherwise, this is the Skeletor in 1/6 scale. Show me another Skeletor in 1/6 scale, a figure that looks as good as this for the price. I'd love to talk about it. Otherwise, this Skeletor is just spot on. And I cannot wait to see the film tomorrow. So I'm super excited for it. But that's me, that's me saying, here's what I'm excited for. And if I say it out loud, then all of a sudden, yeah, I'm hyped for this figure. Yeah. I'm going to pre-order this figure because clearly I love it. Clearly, it's just, if I'm sitting by myself and there's no one to share this excitement with, I'm not going to just talk to myself and say, wow, I really love this figure and da-da-da-da-da. But in this space, when I'm surrounded by like-minded individuals, I can actually share my enthusiasm and I can actually vocalize, I can actually, shout it out loud that, yes, I really like this figure and oh my God. And if that's what, if that clicks and if that's what does it for me to actually go and finally pre-order the figure, it's just, sometimes you have to talk to people, Sometimes you have to, just like I've also talked myself out of buying things. I've talked myself out of buying things because I might be on the fence about something, and then I'll talk with y'all and I'll sit and think about it after the fact. And it's always after the fact that I'm thinking about these things. And I realize I'm like, no, it's not for me. And being able to, it's almost like therapy in a way. It's sitting down and really hashing it out with other people and getting, other opinions. Someone on this panel might go, oh, the Skeletor, it's garbage, it's trash. In which case I'd be like, okay, well, tell me why.
Yeah.
But otherwise, influenced, not so much, because at the end of the day, I have to pay the bills. I have to buy the figure. You know?
Exactly.
Exactly. Plain and simple.
No, I totally agree. Liel, are you back with us?
Yeah. Am I here?
Yeah, you're here.
Mark, same question to you. What are your thoughts on that? Are you,
Yeah,
do you,
Jada today.
do you look up towards
This is dope. I
influencers
like this.
to, kind of validate a purchase? Do they help you, make your purchasing, or do you already have it in your, in your mind what you're going to buy?
Mark,
Yeah,
are you muted?
now we can't hear Mark.
We can't hear you, Mark.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you now. We hear you now.
We can hear you now.
Okay. All right. My bad. Yeah, I said I think I'd be a liar to say I was not influenced by other opinions, figure showcases and whatnot. But I think it goes to the whole picture of what collecting actually is. It's called collecting, not accumulating. So for me, part of whatever you have as your collection is a reflection of your own way of navigating through, what is good, what is not good, what works for you, what does not work for you, what you have that's just excess that you never touch, you never look at, you wish you didn't buy it. That's part of the whole game to me, as far as collecting. Yeah. Otherwise, you're just a consumer. If that makes any sense, you're just picking up pieces. Hey, that looks nice. I'll pick that up. As far as I'm concerned, and what I do, I'd say in the beginning I was a lot more influenced by content creators, but as these things went up in price, I began to be a little more specific and began to curate a lot more as far as how much their opinions mattered. For example, nobody liked the Joker with the Batman suit on. Like, nobody really liked that.
That's not true. I didn't like that either.
Damn it, press. Damn it. You had me. I thought I had a brother in this. But
Hey Mark, listen. I didn't like it either.
Damn. Leo?
What that? You mean the imposter?
Yeah.
I didn't pick it up. I didn't have a problem with it.
Yeah, we can't hear you, bro.
Yes.
Oh wow.
DC, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Chris.
Okay, because Leo can hear. We can all hear you.
Yeah,
We can hear you.
This is crazy.
we can hear Liel, but you can't hear Liel.
Okay, can y'all hear? Can y'all hear Lael?
Yeah.
We can hear him.
Oh, I can't hear.
This is Superman Clark Kent right here.
Bro.
You can't be in a room at the same time.
Everything's fine here.
I'm
Breaking up.
home now, so I'm gonna jump on.
Okay. Cool. Jump out and jump back in. I didn't have a problem with the imposter Joker. I just knew that it didn't fit the scheme of what I wanted. If
Right.
that makes sense.
Yes.
But I respected the artistry of the piece. It was very unique that, that was there. And it was a concept from the movie. It was a concept that was supposed to happen, but it didn't. You know what I mean? But it just wasn't for me. And I was very, very vocal about that. It just didn't work for me. But when we talk about figures that people didn't want, that I loved, for instance, that concept mall, nobody liked that figure.
Right.
But I did, because I love the concept. I love that artistic concept. And the way he sits on the throne, it's a beautiful piece. So I loved it. But I know a lot of people didn't.
Or the Morbius. Your Morbius.
And the Morbius. I
Yeah.
love the Morbius because I disassociated the character from the film. I knew I wanted to have a Michael Morbius in my collection with Blade, and I got that. You know what I mean? And I knew I wanted to have a Michael Morbius in my collection that would versus even Spider-Man. And I got that. So I divorced that character from the movie and I got exactly what I want. I've done a couple of characters that way, a couple of figures that way. You know what I mean?
No, I've always appreciated your ability to do that because I have a really tough time doing that. If I watch a film and the film just doesn't sit right, I usually don't want anything associated
You don't want anything from
with
me.
that film because it's a reminder of the
Yeah.
bad time I had with that film. So I really like the
Yeah.
fact that you're able to do that because you're right. If you want a Morbius in your collection, how many Morbiuses are flying around out there?
No.
And you have a Morbius that you can then go, well, he's a part of this team or he's a part of this team, as
Yeah.
opposed to he's a part of that garbage film.
Case in point with garbage films was Thor: Love and Thunder. A lot of people hated that movie, but a lot of people wanted that the Mighty Thor figure, and they got it. Like I know Liel got it. What I'm
Mighty
saying
Thor,
is,
the Valkyrie as well.
But did you get the Thor figure? No, you didn't. You didn't want it.
No,
So-
well, somebody
Did you get it?
got that figure for me.
Oh, okay.
and
right,
sent it to my house.
All right.
The only thing that I didn't get from that film was Gordon God Butcher. That shit was
Ah.
terrible.
Yeah. Bad
I
representation.
did not like that figure.
Bad
And I was very
representation.
vocal about it. I was like,
Bad.
I didn't love that figure. I thought it was awful. I didn't, and that's one of the reasons why I didn't go after the Doc Ock from
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
Way Home.
Yeah.
I did not like that figure.
No.
The figure that I basically regret getting was the Hobo Green Goblin because that figure cannot articulate for shit.
Wow.
Like it really, really can. And there's only a few poses you can get from it, and some of the pieces will snap off. You got to be very careful with that figure. So there's a couple of figures that I have in my collection. And I'm like, yo, why? After getting it, I just think that they, even from the whole No Way Home line, except for Electro. Electro's dope.
Yeah.
That figure's incredible. But the Andrew Garfield figure is terrible. Terrible. It can't even look up. It is terrible. And I was vocal about that. I got it, but I was vocal about why I think people shouldn't get it. If you get it, you get it. But I'm gonna tell you what my bad experience is from it. You know what I mean? So again, I'm being completely honest. When I tell y'all, and I've been saying this, that Jenna Urso is my favorite figure in my collection, regardless of what I get, is based on an experience and how much I absolutely adore and love Rogue One. It came at a time that was unexpected. It was a film that I didn't expect it to be as good as it was. And then from it, we got Andor. I'm like, that movie spawned a lot of greatness. So, you know, again, like what sticks or hits, you know, the button for me, and what, you know, really influences me may not influence everybody else. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, and sometimes you can just love a figure. I've never seen an episode of Peacemaker, and I haven't. I've never seen one episode.
Seen season
But-
one.
The figure looked dope, so I bought them. So you have to get what you like. And honestly, nobody's collection really should look like the other person's. I mean, there's consensus badass pieces that everybody has, like a Batman 2.0 BBS or something like that, where everybody can agree in consensus. This is amazing, and you have it. But outside of that, you got to kind of just get what you like, man. I think so. The question is, are you responsible? No, but are you influential? Absolutely.
yeah.
We're all influenced, but are you responsible for other person's collections? No, I don't think so.
But for me, I don't really. If you want to know the truth about it, I don't really care if you like my stuff or not.
Right.
I don't care. If you like something that I have and you go, wow, I like that, maybe I can get one. Okay, that's fine. But it's not up to me to influence you about what you should get and what you shouldn't. You have to. Everybody has different tastes. Everybody does. And like I said, Liel knows that I'm an originalist. I want a piece as close to the original as possible. I don't want a variation. I don't want 2.0. I don't want 3.0. I don't want a Batman with a, with a Joker outfit. I don't want none of that. That's not me. I just want. That's why the only Batman I ever have is the Batman 1966. That's all I ever have of a Batman figure. Even though I appreciate the Dark Knight movies, I appreciate the Pattinson movie, I appreciated that, but I'll never. That doesn't. It, I got 99 problems, and none of that stuff will be one of them. None of that stuff will be one of them. So that's what I'm saying. Is like, I'm just that's just the way I've always collected. And like I said, it's 4 or 5 different versions of Han Solo. All I need is one. It's 10, 12 versions of Luke. All I need is one, but I got 2 because it's 2 versions that I like. I don't have to have every one, but it's people who do, and I got no problem with that.
Yeah, yeah. And I think that's a curse because there are certain figures that I love so much. I love the characters so much that I'll buy every last version of that figure.
I hear you, and I got no problem with that.
But I do because I know I shouldn't. You know what I mean? Like I know I most definitely should not. But
see, I think I've come up with I think I'm about to hit the limit on Darth Vader's. It's like being at the bar. They're about to cut me off. They're like, "Sir, I think you've had enough." I'm like, "No, just one more Darth Vader, please."
Yeah.
But it is such an iconic character, and having so many different iterations of it. I mean, there are surprisingly enough many iterations of it. That Episode 3-1 is right around the corner. Of course, Anakin Skywalker. People love Anakin Skywalker, and look at what you can do with Anakin Skywalker. But it's taking a lot for me to really come around to the other Darth Vaders, because at the end of the day, it's like, well, I only have so much money. I only have so much space. Which Darth Vaders can I bring into the collection? Yes, if they make a Ralph McQuarrie concept art Darth Vader, I will buy that. I've been jonesing for that for a hot minute. Am I on the fence about the Episode 3 Darth Vader? I am, just because I like to get all of the Darth Vaders from all of the films, because all of the suits are different. It's just, it's an extra $300-$400.
But
could I spend that on something else?
I don't have any Anakins at all. I've been wanting one, but I don't know which one to get.
Yeah,
that's the issue with me, because they're always bringing out a different version. Seems like one every couple of weeks. You got a different Anakin version of an Anakin. But I don't need an artisan. I just need a regular Anakin, a dark side Anakin, and that's it. I don't need anything else. So I'll just have the Anakin version and a Darth Vader, and that's it.
Yeah,
that's all I need.
Yeah,
the sculpted version that they came out with is pretty good. It comes with.
Yeah, I know it is. Yeah, and that's the one I was looking at. And like I said, now Mark done put out Snake Eyes. I would love to have Snake Eyes.
Ooh, that actually would be pretty. That would be pretty sick, actually.
Yeah, and see if they. I'm sorry, this Anakin is distracting, bro, because it's the one, the version that I absolutely think was not needed, but they felt as it was, and it sold out.
I love Castlevania as much as the next man.
That fit is great. The more I look at it,
like I said, I like a Dragon Ball Z, but it's only one figure that I want from Dragon Ball Z, and that's Goku riding around on Nimbus. That's all I want. I don't want any other figure. That's the only one I want. So that's just me, man. That's just the way I am.
What I was saying about this, I was muted before I was talking to myself. Price point be damned. This is one of the best figures in my whole collection.
That Snake Eyes?
Yes. And I think he still goes for like $150.
Where's his hand?
Well, I'm doing something.
I was gonna say, it's like I was gonna be nice. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't say anything, but you're missing a hand, guy.
Yeah, this is the handless version. But the amount of detail in the accessories is wild. The paint apps, there's like
who's that by?
This is by 3-0.
Oh, okay.
You've got like the gunmetal, the brushing there.
Some good figures. They make some good stuff.
And this is, like I said, I have all manner of figures, and I keep coming back to this. All the detail, all the pouches, a couple swords. There's another couple of guns he comes with. I think his customary Uzi or something like that. Yeah, he's an amazing figure, and I love this. I don't care who likes it, but I love it, and you know, one of the best figures in my whole collection. And everybody,
That's the same with me. Like if I were to get any GI Joe figure, Snake Eyes would be the figure I would get, of course, because Snake Eyes are iconic. But you know, it's some other GI Joe figures I like, but Snake Eyes would be the one I would get.
Yeah. See that? Yeah, bro. Like there are figures like that. Like for instance, the So Toys, and I'm glad you brought that up, Mark, because one of the outside of one, I think one of the absolute best versions of Spider-Man that I have in my collection. Now I'm not even going to say the best version of Spider-Man that I have in my collection is that So Toys Spider-Man Noir. It has so much fucking presence, bro.
Yeah.
It has so much presence, bro. That Spider-Man Noir figure is absolutely fan-fucking-tastic, bro. I love it. And again, I don't know if they're going to ever release another one, if Hot Toys would ever tap into that because of the show, but that version is absolutely fantastic, bro. It is. It is everything. So, Jay, can you hear us, man?
Plugging up.
Can you hear us, Jay?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm so sorry. I took over your show and everything.
No, bro, I was bugging because I was like, that's dope.
You were doing a great job. You really were.
Yo,
I'm so sorry.
Yo, because if something like that, if something was to ever happen, I would expect you to.
Right.
that was smooth. He just took right over.
I just took right over. I was like, yo, I feel like an ass now. Terrible,
Let me
terrible.
pass it over to X. X.
Yeah, I was just like,
I'm like, but I was like chewing for a minute. I was like,
The whole came out in Jay.
I'm
They said,
sorry.
I gotta save the show. I gotta save it.
Right. I am so sorry. See, that's
No,
why you
that
don't
shit was
stream.
dope.
That's why you don't stream while driving. You just don't. You know.
But that shit was dope. That shit was fucking dope. Nah, but we were just sitting here talking about like the figures that we collect that, you know, we get that are personal to us. You know, the things that we like that other people may not like, you know, that we
Right.
speak to that people may not really gravitate to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, for instance, the Ahsoka figure that just canceled. A lot of people didn't really like it. They felt as though it wasn't needed. I got it because I love the figure.
Right.
And not for what people thought, but I wanted to have every version, a progressive version of that figure of her
Right.
expanding, you know what I mean? And I got that. And I think it's amazing. So this figure, I didn't go for because it just didn't speak to me the way it may have spoken to everybody else. His hair, it was one of it. I was like, come on, man. This is that version of that character that just he got a, you know what I mean? Like he got a lace front, bro.
Big time.
Yeah, straight up man unit. Count Dracula, Anakin. I mean, and that's the thing. I don't like it, but it's for somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people out there that do, and you know, just because I don't like it, I'm not going to be like, oh, this is trash. I'm never going to, because one man's trash is another man's treasure. You know how the saying goes. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I would never. I mean, honestly, when you break it down, these figures are works of art. All of them.
Yeah.
Are. Some of them you could be like, yeah, you could probably throw that T on it. You could throw some are trash, but it's very rare you get a real trash ass figure. The only figure that I would say is kind of trash is Bucky from Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Because that was kind of trash. It really, it's just, I just have it because, you know, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. But that was kind of trash. It is. It's like, come on. What are we doing?
That's another regret.
Yeah.
That's another regret.
Yeah.
I should have waited. I should have waited.
Yeah. Yeah. I got it for like not even retail. I think I
got it for 50 cents.
God damn.
You know what? When Toys Wonderland, remember when they fucked up on the points joints and they started letting people use those points?
Yeah.
I used all those points and only spent 50. Oh, no, I'm sorry, $50. $50. It was $50.
I was like 50 cents. God damn.
Yeah, $50. I'm sorry. $50.
Like this wasn't even worth a can of Coke. And 93. Damn.
Yeah.
But no, this looks, like I said, it's for somebody. It's just not for me. I already have 2 Anakins, and I was one of the idiots that, bought the Sith Apprentice and spent more money than I should have on it. So, I'm good with Anakin. I'm good for a while. So, but no.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like there's really no reason for me to have, because again, I have the sculpted hair version coming. I don't have any of the artisan versions, so there's way too many for me to name, but none that I would actually say that I want to have, in the collection. But again, I brought this up because I was the first to say, even when I did a video on it, that it's just, I'm good. Yeah. I'm just good. Some concepts don't need to happen.
I agree.
And that's just the way I was, about it. So when people say that we're not honest or that we have to be honest, we really are. You guys just have to listen to it. You have to listen. Yeah. There's videos and it shows that we talk about these things and we don't like it at all.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean?
Yeah, I just think when it comes to that type of thing, it comes to a point where people have to make their own decisions. But I get it. And, it's that label influencer. And I never liked that. And I know a lot of us don't like it.
Yeah, bro.
But I do think that's one of those things, those sayings that are just here to stay. It's like the word got thrown into that lexicon and now that's just what it is. And that's what we're called, like it or not. I never liked it. And I never, I just wanted to show people what I was passionate about. And look, and I get it. I know sometimes for me that changes, even if, listen, I'll be honest, even if I buy something and then a year or 2 down the line, 3 years down the line, I end up selling it, that doesn't mean that I didn't feel the same way about it. It doesn't. It means that I have either a space issue or I want to use those funds for other things. I want to finance my collection with other things. And I did a video talking about it, cannibalizing your collection. Check that video out. Shameless plug. But it is, and that can be dangerous. Don't get me wrong. But that's what it comes down to. But it doesn't mean that I don't, because sometimes I've sold stuff off and it was like, God damn, what was I thinking? And then we'll go back and buy it all over again. Does that mean that I have maybe an addiction problem or a collecting? Maybe, honestly. And I think when it comes down to it's all about being transparent. That's what it comes down to. And even when I make mistakes, me personally, I'll own the shit. I'll own it and be like, this was a mistake. Maybe I shouldn't have did that, but I did this to do this. And it made sense for me at that time. But at the end of the day, I'm like, I love my collection and I love collecting. But people got to also understand that I'm not the same Jay that I was in 2022. Even when Bella was born, I still was kind of different. Things were different. The economy was different. Now that she grows, she needs more. And then I grow. And then just, when it hit me over the head like a sack of bricks, I'm like, boom, I'm 5 years from being 50 years old. What am I doing with my life? You know what I'm saying? And it was, I almost had like kind of a midlife crisis. I'm having that now. So it's kind of like, I need to do this. I need to, have certain batches and, certain things batched down. I need to have certain things lined up for me and for my family. So I'm different. I am fundamentally a different person. So it's called
balance, Jay, balance.
And that's what it is. And that's what it is. And I think the only thing that sucks about it is that I'm in the public eye, learning and going through this as it goes along. And it kind of, I'm 45 years old. I'm not gonna lie about it. Yeah, I'm an old man. uh, but and that's the thing that it just, and that's the thing, and I don't keep Unc laughing at me. He's like, oh man, you're right. But it's just that's where we at. We are growing and we go through shit. We're real people, and people also got to understand that we're not paid by companies. That's the thing. We're not. I'm not paid by a company.
Bro, we spend money.
I buy shit. This is money out of my own pocket. You know what I'm saying? It's not money, you know. Like we just talked about how much you paid for that Anakin. That money came out of my damn pocket. So you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. We could go on and on about that.
We
but
can,
I think
bro.
what it is just people gotta understand that we're people. We're not owned by companies. I'm not, you know, Jazz Inc. doesn't own me.
Jazz Inc. isn't paying me to shield for them. I'm not, because again, I don't shield for any company, whether it's Hot Toys, So Toys, you know, Jazz Inc. in art. I'm not. If there's certain things that you have that I gravitate to, then that's just it. But I'm not held down by any company, you know, that you know tells me, you know, you can only talk about my product. No, that's not me. That's not why I'm here. It's not the space that I'm in. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I remember a time we were talking to Yost and we were talking about the 1/12 scale Batwing, and he dropped the price on us. And I remember what I said, which was, "I love you." In that moment, I was genuinely excited because A, I didn't have a Batwing. B, I love 1989 Batman. C, he was selling one at a reasonable price.
yeah,
All those things, the stars aligned. And in that moment, I was genuinely excited. And that thing is on a payment plan. But you're right. I'm not getting a free Batwing by saying, "Oh my God, you're the best thing since sliced bread." No, it just so happens that you're delivering on something that no other company has delivered on, and that you're going to get me a screen accurate 1/12 scale 89 Batwing, and at a reasonable price. I can't say no to that. Now, if it shows up and it falls apart, I'm going to go, "Yost, you lied to me."
And here's the thing. 9 times out of 10, if that was to happen, Yost is going to send you another one.
He would fix it. Yes, that's
he would fix it. And
yes.
that's, you know, and you can't knock that. That's not, oh, you're shilling. No, it's just what happens. He's going to either send you another one, or will fix it or make it right. So that's just what it is. I mean, what do you want us to do? Lie? I don't understand that.
Yeah, and that's not what we do here.
Yeah.
And with the 89 Batmobile, I mean, I had the Hot Toys, and then he came along with one that I thought was better, but it was also twice as much as the Hot Toys version. But I paid twice as much for the Jazz Inc. and I sold my Hot Toys version. But you know, it's just he's making the products, and as long as he's delivering on what he's putting out there, and as long as he has the customer service, then we're good. But if the product is not there, if it just doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. And I'll be the first to say, if that Catwoman shows up on my doorstep and I'm like, "Ooh, this ain't the business," I'm gonna, you know, after a year and a half, after 2 years, it's like I'm going to be very disappointed.
Like the back computer, 1966 back computer. Where else can I get that from him?
That's the thing. The 1989 back computer. I'm over the moon excited.
That's what I'm saying. I am too, X. I am too. I can't wait to get that and put it in there and have it sit right in there. I can't wait.
Yeah.
The things that he's announcing are very exciting, and they strike a chord right in the middle of your childhood. So therefore, and that's all of our childhoods here. So therefore, we're going to be excited. We're going to be like, "Oh my God, yeah." We're going to be like that because that's what it is.
With him, every story I've ever heard of someone getting something and it's broken, it's not right.
So it's
every
been replaced.
Story I've heard, it's always been corrected. Always. Never been you've been left hanging. You live, "Oh man, he did me like this." I've always heard he fixed it and I got what I needed.
And that's even the people that talk shit about.
That's what I'm saying. that's called a man of integrity, and his word is his bond. That's what that is.
I mean, I'm going to be excited about a product until I have a reason not to be excited.
Yeah.
Show me a reason not to be excited, and then you will see me disappointed. But until that happens, I'm not going to. What is there to say?
Nothing to say. Nothing.
What is there to say unless there's a problem? If there's no problem, I'm going to talk about the positives because that's all that's in front of me.
Mm-hmm. That's it. That's what it's about. Like it's kit.
No problem.
Kit. I've wanted a kit.
Him.
I've wanted a kit all my life. Even when they used to release, even the model kit. I wanted that model kit, even though when I got it, I fucked it up because I didn't know how to paint. Still, you know what I mean? Like to have this particular version now, I'm definitely excited about. It's something that, again, there's something that's going to always be a part of our childhood. We're in that zeitgeist. We're in that particular space. We're not shilling for this company, all these companies. It's just that we have love for the product that they produce. We talk about the product that they produce. If you are a person who doesn't like the company that I'm talking about, that's not my problem. If you want me to talk shit because you don't like the company, that's not my problem. Sorry. That ain't happening, Captain.
You should be allowed to be excited
He
about
brings out that Mach 5, man. It's all over but the crying. It's all over but the crying. That Mach
5 would be awesome.
It's over.
Yeah.
You'll hear me screaming all the way from California.
I hear you. Anyway, man, I ain't gonna hold up too much of your time. We had a nice little discussion, man, here. Just the bottom line is we are content creators, but we are not telling you to get stuff that we love. We want you to enjoy your collection the way you want to enjoy it. Get what you want to get. Hold your own hand. Go hold, and guide your own wallet. He was waiting for me to say it. I'm not going to say it, X. It's not going to happen this week. It's not going to happen this week. So again, like we want you to basically enjoy the stuff that you want to enjoy, the stuff that you love. You know what I mean? But again, stop the hate, man. And we're not going to follow suit with that. There's some people that will, but again, we've gone this long for months, almost an entire year, talking about the things that we love. Maz, you're out there listening. We love you, man. And that's plain and simple. I talked to Maz today. He was like, look, he's on the road. He said, bro, I can't wait till next week. I was like, look, we're going to have a conversation next week. Whatever you want to talk about, you can. That's what it's all about. Yeah. That's what it's all about, man. You know what I mean? And you motherfuckers out there trying to clout chase. Shame on y'all, man. Plain and simple. Shame on y'all. Anyway, Jay, what's going on, man? You going to see He-Man tomorrow? Is it best of best tomorrow or no?
If we do best of the best, I was saying, I told Second Brother, I was like, man, I think I said it to I said to you in the
you want to take a mental break.
I wanted to take a break. Really, I just wanted to go see He-Man. Honestly, whenever you hear me say, for future reference, if you ever hear me on Facebook and be like, "Oh, it's getting so stressful. I need to take a mental health break," I'm going to the movies. That's what I'm gonna tell you. But the movies is like my synagogue. The movies that's my place of worship. I love film. I do.
Yeah, you're just sitting there with your popcorn and like self-care.
Yeah, exactly. As I'm destroying my health, but popcorn and soda. But and then Second Brother was like, yeah, man, but you got to do a show tomorrow. After last week, you got to do one. I'm like, really? Like, can't we talk about Michael Jackson? But no, I think we'll do a show tomorrow. I think we'll do it. We'll do it early. It'll probably be like a 7 to 9 type of thing. So it'll be an early show. So we'll do that tomorrow. We'll do like a 7:20 to 9:20 or something like that, and then I'll go see Masters of the Universe. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So be a quick show. It'll be a quick one. We can knock it out. We can knock about an hour and some change. We can knock it out.
Get out the way. No problem.
Yeah.
But definitely, brother, thank you for being here, man. We definitely appreciate you. Uncle Keith, man. What's going on with you, brother?
Nothing much, man. Just like I told you, like I told Jay, man, my circle is small. It's only 2 shows I'm on. That's yours and Jay's. I know I got a standing invitation. I don't deal with all that outside BS. I don't want to hear none of it. Don't want to be involved in it. Don't care about it. That's why I'm here. If somebody says, hey, Uncle Keith, you want to be on the show? Yeah, sure. But this is why I try to keep positive and just stay here with you guys. And because I know I'm gonna get positive things, not all that negative. And if we do have a disagreement about something, I know it won't go off the rails.
No, bro, and it's not supposed to, bro.
Disrespectful and ignorant and acting like children because I'm dealing with grown men, not children.
You know what's the crazy part about it, Uncle Keith and Jay? If you think about it, the tight knit crew that we've been rocking with for years now.
Yeah.
And then we got a vampire now on our panel.
Yeah.
We got a actor who had one of the dopest chicks in Hollywood. Now he's in the Lanterns and you know what I mean? Like
everything.
You know what I mean? Like it expands, but it expands for people who love the same shit and they have a affinity for it.
And that's what I'm here for, to help people who want to enjoy a good conversation about the stuff we love. That's the only reason why I'm here. I'm not here to be famous.
Yo, I didn't even know that, Mafia. Did you share it, bro? Did you share it? I had no idea. Yo, I gotta look on Facebook. If we that could, bro, 5 years of friendship means a lot. That means a lot because it's 5 years of friendship through collecting, bro. And that means a lot. Like we've formulated relationships through this thing that we call collecting. That is what it's about. He said, let me check. Yeah, check, bro. We definitely appreciate having you here, Uncle Keith, as always, man.
Yes, sir. I love being here. You know that.
Hell yeah, it's definitely fun, man. I appreciate it. Mark, newbie, who thought he was gonna slide under the radar. Hey yo, you signed in blood.
You fool. Room for one more.
What's going on, man?
Oh man, thanks for having me. Good to be on the panel. Good to see everybody. For me, I got a photo shoot I'm doing tonight. To be determined. I have the time blocked out. I don't know what I'm doing. That's kind of how I have to do it with the dad life. So yeah, look for me on Instagram.
Oh yeah, bro. You already know the photos is. Come on, man. Bro, I mean.
Maybe you'll be messing around, dude. I'm like, God damn, how do you come up with something like this?
Yeah, bro.
Amazing work.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Bro, I see it. I might have a figure in my head, have an idea, and I see the picture, I'll be like, in the box. Slide to the side, bro. Fucked up shit. Anyway, man, thank you for being here, brother, as always. Last but not least, we have the Daywalker himself. You know what, yo, X, you had me dying. The few weeks ago, was it a week ago or 2 weeks ago, you put up a post in your closet. There was all black shit. You was like, so which
I can never get dressed in the dark. I mean, I can get dressed in the dark. Everything will match, but it's just like I need to find my favorite shirt, but I can only do it by touch. Like I know the fabric. I'm like, all right. Like laundry day is the worst because it's just a pile of black clothes. But I'm looking for my favorite shirt. I'm like, all right, I can just find it by touch, but I can't actually find it by black shirt.
Hell yeah, bro.
But no, thank you so much for having me on. It is Gay Pride Month, so I'm going to be covered in glitter for this entire month. Apparently, that's how this works. But I'm very excited about that, and I got some. Speaking of influencing, I got some new records in. So I got the Japanese version of The Never Ending Story.
Man, I just watched that last week, man.
X, did I tell you my story about Never Ending Story, bro?
No.
That movie scared. There's a scene that scared the living shit. Two scenes.
Oh wow.
It was the big ass turtle
from Kajagoogoo.
Was it her?
That and her and the statues, bro.
No, the
I love that
Sphinxes.
Yeah.
The Sphinxes, yeah, the Sphinxes Jackson
The
folks
Sphinxes,
up, man.
bro, walking through the motherfuckers get they big ass shit. I just don't like shit that's just too fucking big, but that's dope, bro.
And then I got this in the mail.
Oh my God! You got
Wow.
Salem's Lot?
That's crazy.
Oh shit.
That's amazing.
Barlow.
Look at
Good
that
movie,
damn
man. Good
cover.
movie.
Look at the Barlow.
And
the
the back.
original. The
I love
original.
the back
That's a good movie.
is
Oh shit.
Oh,
Wow.
best scene in the whole show.
Yo, you know what? I'm
That is amazing.
by a window too, bro. You gotta cut that shit up.
so yeah, Waxwork Records. I'm not being paid by Waxwork Records, by the way. I bought this with my own money. My grown men money. Yeah, no, I'm very excited to have this in the collection because I absolutely love this is one of my favorite TV movies ever.
All
It's
time,
fantastic.
bro.
It's amazing.
I think that was the best version. I know a lot of people like the Rob Lowe version of Salem's
No,
Lot.
that first one was the best one.
Yeah, that
You
first-
know, if there was a version that came out, was it last year or the year before
Yeah.
last?
Oh yeah, that was
Mhm.
okay. It was
Yeah,
okay.
that
It was
was
all
okay.
right.
Yeah.
It was all right. It was Pillman's son. Was it Bill Pillman's son?
Oh, was it
Yes. Yeah. Yes, that was
Okay.
him. Yep.
Yeah, he was in it.
Understood.
So, it was all right. It was all right. But nothing. It had nothing on the original, bro. Period.
Yeah. Name. Yeah.
Period.
Original is
You couldn't do that
fantastic,
again.
But
Period.
yeah, no. Tomorrow I'm seeing Masters of the Universe early, and then after that, I will probably see Scary Movie. So maybe make it a double feature. But I'm definitely seeing Masters of the Universe around 4 p.m. tomorrow. So I'm really excited. I've heard nothing but good things about it, and I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
But thank you for having me.
Bruh.
Haha.
I'm watching the Knicks game, and why did a fan just run out? And they just rushed him off, bro. He interfered with a fucking play just now.
You getting ready to go to jail?
Yeah, he gonna go to jail. But anyway, thank you for being here, brother. Thank you everybody out there for being here. Tomorrow's Masters of the Universe. It's gonna be Master of the Universe weekend, and I got a good feeling that I'm gonna love this fucking movie, bro. I got a good, especially with the soundtrack. And I heard the soundtrack. And
Ooh, the soundtrack.
fucking
Fire.
amazing, bro.
Yeah.
So I already know I'm gonna love this movie, man. So definitely appreciate it, man. As always. Yo, this motherfucker really ran out here.
It's crazy.
I cannot believe this motherfucker just ran out here, bro. This is crazy. Anyway, thank you guys, everybody out there for being with us. Another great show. It's a big ass screen, bro. I'm sorry. You see that, bro? I'm watching this damn game. I'm sorry. But anyway, thank you guys for being here, man. Another great show. We will definitely talk to you guys later on. Peace, love, and all that great stuff. Hey, Mark Lee.
Yo.
Do not log off. Stay here in the
Stay here.
background because you always leave.
Oh yeah, I bounce
Yeah, don't leave. Don't leave
every
yet.
time.
I'm out.
Hold on. All right, see you guys later. Peace out. We talk to y'all later.